Good.
Happy Mischief Night, everybody. We are back with a brand new episode. It's another crossover episode, actually. We're going to be joined with most of FONO. Elle has diarrhea. She's not going to be able to make it.
Cha-cha-cha.
She's sinking submarines back home, man.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You know she's gonna fucking curse each and every one of us.
Yeah.
All of our voodoo dolls are getting stabbed like right now.
She usually has diarrhea of a different sort, but tonight she knows it's coming. She was forewarned.
Yeah.
Was she? Okay.
So it isn't verbal diarrhea this time.
No.
All right. Yeah.
So
Elle's not here because she can't speak because she had surgery or procedures for her dental.
Yeah, they
whatever
removed
it
her
is.
whole head. Just took the whole thing.
You got taken by Jigsaw. He played a game. He's like,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah. For
Yeah.
I don't know what she did, but she
Yeah,
did
last thing we heard was her answering that call.
she found out what pissed him off, and she teased him about it until
That's
he
what
did.
it said. Don't insult someone for 30 seconds, and she said, just kill me.
Oh, she's logged into the FONO account. So that's Elle tonight, if people need to know. Just direct your anger towards Elle and the FONO.
So we're covering a double feature tonight. Kind of an odd setup. We got Five Nights at Freddy's, based off of the, popular kids game, and we have Saw X, also based off the popular kids game. I highly recommend. Saw is actually probably for younger ages than I'd say Five Nights at Freddy's, but
Much
I don't
more
know.
tame. Yeah.
I don't know how you guys want to get into this. Al kind of wanted to cover Five Nights first, but since she's not here, we could probably do them in whatever order. But
I have more good things to say about Saw than Freddy's, so it depends how you want to go.
Let's build up to goodness.
Do we want to end on a high note?
We might let's end it on a high note, I guess. Eh?
Let's start with a newbie, I guess. and
a slightly higher note, I guess we could say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, anyway, we'll get to it. All right, so we're starting with Five Nights.
Yeah, we're starting with Five Nights at Freddy's. You want me to play the trailer?
Yeah, might as well let people
Sure.
see it. People that aren't familiar with this movie, your kids probably are. So, yeah.
I have a job for you. Piece of cake, really. Give me your hand. It's a security gig.
Hello? Welcome to Freddy's. Have you met them yet?
Met who?
Foxy, Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy. Back in the 80s, some kids went missing.
What is this?
That's why the place shut down. The police searched Freddy's. Hey! They never found the kids. What the heck?
ghost children possessing giant robots. Tell me how to stop them.
You don't. It's too late. He's coming.
It's actually pretty good for that, man. to tell
Yeah,
you
it's
the
a good
truth.
trailer.
Like,
Yeah.
The
solid.
trailer makes it look so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to before we get into it, I want to let everybody know the Five Nights at Freddy's. It's streamable for everybody on Peacock. If you haven't seen it yet, you can watch it there. We are going to be spoiling this movie probably a little bit, probably not too much. I don't know how far we'll get into it, but there are three things I really did like about this movie, though, man. Like, first off, had my boy Matt Pad in it, man, from game theory, food theory, movie theory, and fashion theory. I always love to see a YouTuber in a good film role, and he made like about 1 billion videos on the Five Nights at Freddy's game, so it's cool to see him in here. Plus, he's part of the reason why I cheese my voice up for my videos. So, like, Matt Pad's, he's a G. I loved the music. I thought the score was incredible.
I did like the music.
Which character was he, Johnny?
He's the waiter. When she's with her lawyer in the restaurant, he's the guy that comes up and says the cheesy line to him. But it's just a theory. Yeah, that's
yeah. Okay.
I loved the fucking evil cupcake. Like, they should have just made a movie about
My
that.
favorite.
The cupcake was dope, man. Like,
Honestly, that was the only terrifying thing to me. That cupcake was a little much.
He disappeared after a while. Like, in the beginning, you see him a lot. Like, he's the most menacing character, and then all of a sudden, it's like not there anymore for a good stretch of the movie. I don't know. It's weird.
You don't see most of the animatronics for most of the film, which is kind of my problem with it. I mean, I didn't want to see some kind of really boring Chad go through dreamland, trying to find his brother. I'm just saying, like, for kids, I would have not been entertained by that when I was a kid. Like, really, in my opinion, it was pretty bland, and it was kind of a lifeless movie. You know what I mean? There was no really pop to it.
I'm completely unfamiliar with the game. I'm aware of it because my nephew's kids were really into it, and they were playing it nonstop, and they loved it. So, but I'm not familiar with the overall story and plot of the game itself. Like, how true did they stay to the game? Like, is it completely different, or is it somewhat accurate? Like, I have no idea from that point of view if they nailed it or not.
I've seen a couple different games. One that I saw, it's mostly about like you having to watch the monitors and keep track of like where the animatronic monsters are and what they've done, and try to make sure that you set traps so they can't get to you. Is like the one of the games I saw. And another one, you're playing as like this little kid, and you're running around like the floor, and you put on a VR mask, and you like jump between like the VR world where you kind of see like the animatronics like come after you, and you could take it off and hide from them. It looked pretty rad. Kind of a third-person game. So they have a couple different styles of games. They have a few different ones. So I think maybe they worked things from all the different games into this one. I'm not sure but I thought the animatronics were dope. I thought that they brought those to life really good.
Yeah,
I agree.
I thought they looked
So, did you want to go around? We each take turns and give our highs and lows, and then we could do a discussion after, so everyone could get their say in. You want to do that's how we did it in the past, and it seemed to work out well. I figure we could do the same method.
Sounds good.
So, Johnny, did you have anything else you want to add, and then we'll go around?
I thought the little girl was a pretty good actress. Kind of had a Millie Bobby Brown vibe to her.
Yes,
She's probably going to be probably popping off in the future. So cool.
Yeah, she had a very mature vibe to her for a little girl. She seemed quite mature for her age. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't hate this film, but like I thought it could have been a little more exciting for what it was supposed to be. That's my main that's my main problem with it. I think.
All right, I guess we'll keep going along the lines. We'll let's see what Saint has. What do you got to say about this?
I'm only familiar with the games so far from just buying them for my kids and having them play and the songs, stuff like that. So I never played it myself. So I watched like a 10-minute video of the base story just so I can understand it going in. So Going into the movie, I thought, if I just go into it again, it's just a movie. You get something, happy to have something. I think it was okay. I took a bunch of kids to see it, and all high praise or whatever. So that's kind of swaying my opinion also on it. But that said, the aunt character had no reason being there. They could have just said he needed rent, and that would have been fine. She was characters to have in there. The officer, the cop, again another annoying character because in the games, his daughter, she becomes one of the animatronics or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Her being a cop and literally being in this dude's face all the time is kind of weird. Like I was expecting, what does she have to do with it? And then she's going in there have you seen the animatronics hitting the button on the wall and she's knowing that they murdered creatures, they got bodies and that. It was all kind of weird. I thought Matthew Lillard was a great character. I love him and everything. So I thought he did a great job. I don't really have a whole lot of.
So you said you went with a bunch of kids and they all liked it. So basically, that's probably the target audience here, right?
And
I
understand that. Their target audience is people who played the game or watched the videos or watched the Let's Plays or all that stuff like that. They sang the songs, they loved it, we listened to the cars, stuff like that. So
it seems like it was successful from
bad writing when they hear.
Yeah, but it seems like it was successful from that point of view, right? Because
they're gonna make another one off of it.
It hit its target audience and they loved it. Because I think Elle posted as well. Her daughter was super hyped for this, and she was like, "My daughter gave it 1,000 on 10." So her daughter was a big fan, and she loved it too. So it seems like we're probably bad people to talk about this movie.
We're not like target audience.
We're all like middle aged or pushing middle age. So yeah.
What are these young kids watching?
Girl's not asking.
Get off my lawn.
Are these people here for no reason, or why is this person? They're just like, get back to Freddy's. We want to see someone get murdered.
Yeah. So definitely. It's definitely a movie. If you want to enjoy it, you should. If you have kids, you should bring your kids are fans. You should go watch it with your kids at the theater.
It is a horror movie
to get more out of it. Yeah,
it was gory in a way that wasn't like over the top. Like there were young kids there, like young kids there, like watching. So it wasn't crazy. It's just it didn't make a whole lot of sense, but. Watching a lot of these Let's Plays and watching these people talk about the games don't make a whole lot of sense either. They're all over the place. So
all over the place. Yeah.
And that said, their target audience loved it. So
the kids are liking it. Okay, that's interesting.
And Fanta has a new mystery flavor slushy that's
delicious. There you go. Got to sell that merch.
That's right.
All right. So Cookie, what do you think of it?
I like parts of it. I like the stuff that took place at Freddy's. I love the cupcake. I like the whole the break-in scene. So that was really tense for me. I enjoyed that. But everything else, like the dream stuff, I felt like it was taken away from the movie. I'm like, I don't care about this kid's missing brother. I'm like, I just don't care. I know it's horrible, but
it almost sucks after a while not caring about that kid. It's like it's not about you letting it go. You got a little sister that you're neglecting.
Yeah.
Right. It did feel a little forced, right? The story, that storyline into the overall and how they connected it too. It kind of felt all right, Because
they could have took his sister, and that could have been the whole story.
Yeah, that would have been.
More stakes then that way,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I have one more positive I just thought of.
Well, what?
It was really great to see Matthew Lillard again in horror.
That was one of mine. That's one of my things. Yeah. So, Cookie, what are any other things you want to add before we scoot on down to Tara?
No. I think that's it.
All right.
Yep.
All right, Tara, let's go. What do you got?
I haven't even streamed yet. Is that not really what's going on?
Wait for it.
Yeah, wait for it. Wait. Okay. Anyway, So I went into this totally cold. I've never played the game. I just knew it was an IP and had some vague idea what it was. So again, not the target audience, did not have any children with me. Did have an elderly person with me, so we can go to the other side of the spectrum. But she said that wasn't bad. We had to watch it in daylight for her. So that's how you know it's tame, because we were both okay in it. I didn't have to look through my fingers even once. I definitely was happy to see Matthew Lillard, just like you said, Johnny. And I kind of, if I can get nerdy for a second, I'm beginning to think Matthew Lillard is going to have that Vincent Price arc, where he started off as a leading man, and then he's going to be like the horror guy for this generation. I just never saw that.
I would love that.
I think I would too. I was like, ooh, he's giving Vincent Price here. I like
He's coming back for every movie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, how could he not after that ending? But I won't say anything about what happened in the end. But I also enjoyed the cupcake very much, Murderous Cupcake, and I didn't mind the dreams as much as you guys did. But I like to find out stuff about dreams, so I'm that nerd, I guess. That was okay with me. But I do think it would have been a lot more compelling if it was his sister instead of a kid that we didn't get a chance to get emotionally invested in.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So yeah, and the soundtrack was wonderful. Like all these songs were all my songs back in the day. And so yeah, I'm still singing the romantic song that they did for the.
Yeah, the secrets that you keep.
But, okay, so I guess it's my turn.
Yeah,
I'll go to the dream sequence now. I would have liked if, okay, like he lost his brother got kidnapped by him, and it's revealed that maybe his brother is one of the kids haunting one of the mechanics and helps him save the sister. You know, and then he's looking for, and he comes to find out that one of the ghosts inhabiting is actually his lost brother that got kidnapped by the owner. Like that would have made more sense to me. Like instead of, you know, and then it's revealed like, yeah, I'm like the guardian angel. I'm watching over, and I'm going to help you in the end, try to save these people. Like, you know, and I think that would have been a nicer way to tie it in. And I find they went back to it a little too often, like the dreams. Like, okay, we saw the 5 kids. We got it right away. We didn't need to go back to that scene where they're all just standing there and he keeps asking the same question. Like, I found that repetitive. One time was plenty. It was obvious. Okay, there's 5 of them. There's 5 animatronics. Like, we got it the first time. You didn't have to go back. And, like, you could have done little dream flashes and elaborated on it a little bit. But I found they kind of it got redundant, the dream sequences with the kids, and
I thought he was going to chase each one. I was going to be mad.
Yeah, one at a time. Well, he even said, "Oh my God, I'm here again," more than once, didn't he? And so it probably felt repetitive to his character too. But,
yeah, see, like Chris Evans, like I just read his comment. Yeah, I felt exactly the same. Like it's all right, but. You know, like, let's get to the point. Let's evolve the story. Let's not just rehash the same question over and over. And, you know,
He's also right. That blonde kid looks Village of the Damned, man.
I was going to say very corn, but same thing. Yeah.
And for me going into this, I had a really hard time. Like, it's hard not to compare this to Willy's Wonderland, right? Because I was going in, and I love that because that was more kind of what I was expecting. Like Willy's Wonderland it takes place in there. The whole movie kind of takes place in there, and it's more nonstop action. I was hoping for more of that in this one, which they kind of broke it up a lot with him going back home, the dream sequences, and it took away from the Freddy's pizza joint or whatever it is, you know, and
which
I
is the interesting part of the movie.
Yeah, exactly,
really
exactly. I would have liked the characters to have spent more time there.
Yeah,
and not unlike Saint, I thought the character of the cop was a little too on the nose, like showing up and have you met them yet and all that. I just thought it was a little I don't know, a little kitschy.
Asking
maybe
him to dance.
Just, you know, it was a little.
No, that was weird.
Yeah, so it was all right, but yeah.
After a while, it was like, how sick are you? Like, you know what's happening to these people.
Yeah.
And you just want to fucking dance with this dude real quick before you know. Man, get the
right.
Yeah, her character was a little off, like, but not. I don't think it was purposely done to be off. Like the way they developed it and integrated her into the story was, I don't know, clumsy or felt forced, or I don't know. There was something weird about her character and the way she fit into the story. And then like at the end, the reveal of all of it, and you're like, okay, and But another positive that you guys touched on is Lillard. It actually took me a few seconds before I recognized him.
Yeah.
When they first shot him, I was like, "Oh, who's this fucking dude?" And then I was like, "Oh shit, it's him."
He's a all-rounder finally. Yeah, I never thought it would happen. I thought he'd just stay lanky like that, but he's
Yeah.
And he had glasses with the beard too, right? Didn't he have glasses as well? Like, so it's like, oh, it took me a few seconds to recognize him, but then once I did, I was like, ah. So then I knew there was something there. I kind of figured it out before. I was like, you're not going to cast him just to be in the movie for 15 minutes at the beginning, right? So you're like, there's got to be more to his character, and then it's revealed later on that there is, and I like that. I thought that was great.
I did think it was a cameo at first, though.
Yeah, I thought it was possible because some actors do, but where's the connection, right? I could see him on a franchise that maybe he has ties to or connections. He comes in and does a little cameo, or if it's for a director that he's worked for previously and kind of has ties and, hey, it would be cool if you came on and did this, but I don't think he has any ties to any of the creatives that were involved in this aside from, so. Yeah.
What do you guys think he saw in his file that changed his mind so quick?
The name.
The last name, yeah.
Yeah,
Smith,
the name contained.
He knew. Okay.
Yeah, he knew it was the little boy. Because you know how killers are, they like to read the papers. Then he's like, "Oh,
with the plane." He saw the name and Then it's just a sick game. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, so then it's like, "Oh, this is gonna be fun, right?"
Yeah.
I kidnapped and killed his kid, and then so. Oh, sorry, spoilers, people. So now it's gonna be a twisted fun game where I get to torture him, and
The one thing I wish that I don't blame the actor. I think he could have probably played a more likable character. I think that they could have written him a little nicer to his sister. He was very problematic. I mean, I figured just the way they had her act that she's on the spectrum, right? She is.
Yeah, that's what I got.
And like he was always like, "Oh, I can't deal with this right now, though. Can't you help me out a little?" That is just so terrible to talk to a special needs person like that, man.
Yeah.
I don't care what you're going through, how many people you beat up at the mall or whatever. Like, damn.
Yeah,
but
that was weird too. Like,
it was so weird.
It was cold to me. I mean,
but aside from Lillard's character, my other favorite character was the teacher. I liked the teacher. I thought she was good. I was like, yeah, she's a good teacher, man. She's like explaining to him, like, oh, pictures are this, and who's in every picture? You are. So you're the center of her world.
Yeah,
and and I thought her character was good. The actress did a good job, and really relatable character. So she was a good character.
She wasn't heavy-handed either. Those were really important.
No, it seemed very that's it. Like she played it very natural. Like it didn't. Yeah, it seems like she was probably really a teacher maybe before she's an actress. Maybe I don't know, but yeah. And I think the set design and everything, the animatronics, like you guys said, I think all those were spot on. It was really good. Unlike.
It looked like they filmed it in a real Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, the colors were
really good.
The building. I thought that was kind of cool that they we're not going to get sued anymore. So fuck it.
Right?
Yeah, I guess they. Yeah.
And not unlike Johnny, I would have liked to have seen more action, like them fighting, like with the. Like kind of like I don't want to keep comparing it, but like in Willy's Wonderland, like Nick Cage fights with a lot of them, and there's fight sequences where, whereas this it's quick, it's one and done, right? They show up, boom, and then there's no real fight, against them. It's if you come upon them and they want to kill you, you're instantly dead. Like there's no. Yeah. You don't have a chance, right?
The ending climax was like 12 minutes long, like out of like almost a full 2-hour movie. Like it was really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the animatronics were good. And like Saint touched on, there's gore. But man, I like you said, they did gore, and I was like, ooh, like right at the beginning with I don't know what that face thing is supposed to do, if it's just a torture machine or if it's supposed to suck their souls into the animatronics. I don't know what the point of that chair with the bear thing.
In the game, there's a device that he uses too. Once he learns that he can take the souls of kids when we put them in these devices or whatever, he builds another device that does do souls. So I'm not sure if the mask was that. We'll have to.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was, but that seemed
like 11.
And like right as it boom, they cut it. Like their cuts were great. So it just lets your imagination finish the scene for you, or where the girl gets up on the chair and then chomp.
Yeah.
And then it falls, but there's no blood. There's no. You see it's implied. Yeah, it's implied. You see the bottom half fall, but there's no like gushy, like a gush of black liquid or anything. It's just so it's implied, which is still pretty gruesome. I thought, but really well done though. Like for kids, that's perfect. Like just the right level. Without going over the top. Yeah. And
a little bit.
I mean, I'm not the target audience. I probably wouldn't recommend this to any adults unless you've played the game and you're a fan. I guess from what I can hear from anyone who's played the game, I guess the fan service is pretty good in it because everyone who's into the game seems to really enjoy the movies. So for that, they seem to have crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's for the fans of the game. So.
That's like overall, 25-minute like Easter egg videos that people have made.
But for me, someone who's completely unfamiliar with the game, I'd say it's a pass for me. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like it didn't have to be like horror action. Like they could have did more with the animatronics playing with the little girl. I'd have been fine with that. I wish that Freddy Fazbear would have had more fucking screen time in his own film.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just saying. And plus, like, I don't even think the evil little blonde kid was Freddy. He was the fox, right? So, like...
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Which is weird.
Right?
But I don't know if that's how it goes. Well, they kept showing, like, when it was luring her out, like, he was walking, and then they showed the fox animatronic behind him. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, when he got it at the house, it was the bear.
Yeah,
that's
at the
true.
house, it was the bear, yeah. The aunt, she plays a pretty good Karen. Actually, I thought she was like, man.
Yeah.
The lady
was that her name actually, or was it Karen? Her actual name in the movie, or it would have been. I would have named her Karen because she played the Karen role perfectly. Right?
That would have been too on the nose. I think.
Yeah. It would.
Oh, but I mean, the whole movie's on the nose, so why not go full on, right?
Yeah.
I was tripping because that's Itchy Threadgood from Fried Green
Thank
Tomatoes.
you. I was like,
Yeah.
it can't be Itchy. Yeah.
And Benny and June, right?
Benny and June.
Yeah.
That's how it's June.
Yeah. She was all right.
Yeah,
but her character.
She was cheap, though. But yeah, good.
Yeah, that whole thing was a little far-fetched too, where she hires that whole gang to go, and then when you see her show up to the house, she's driving like this broken down Chevette, I think. It's like, where's she going to get $1,000 to pay these fools? And she's trying to pull
the whole cussing thing was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I guess you need to like kind of know a bit more about the universe before you jump into it. I guess it's like kind of
to really appreciate like the little like Easter eggs or callbacks or whatever or references. Yeah.
Did any of you see anything that you felt was particularly like whet your appetite for it? Because I know some of you saw stuff before or knew the game.
I mean, just the hype. Like, there was a lot of hype because, full disclosure, this isn't available in Canada. You can't get it. You can't even rent it. You can't even pay for it on streaming service if you want to. So I had to watch it illegally. And the site that I watched it on was the servers were so busy and overloaded that I almost didn't get to watch it because I couldn't. It kept saying the servers are too busy. The servers are too busy, right? So, I had. Yeah. So I think
is it banned? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, the bandwidth. Yeah, the bandwidth was just
not bandwidth. The movie is banned in Canada.
No, because we don't have Peacock.
Oh, okay.
Peacock doesn't exist in Canada, so there's no place we can get it. Same thing, like we don't have Hulu. So anything that's on Hulu, if it doesn't go to Disney after, we don't get to see it. See, like, there's a lot of shows we get on Disney. We get like Reservation Dogs, This Fool. What's the other cooking? The Bear. We get those all like maybe a month or two after you guys get it, because you get it straight from Hulu, and then we get it through Disney Plus because Disney owns Hulu. But there's like a month or two delay before it hits our.
That's crazy.
Like Reservation Dogs just finished this week.
Oh wow.
Yeah, for us. Like we just watched the season finale on Thursday.
What'd you think, man? It was cute, right? It did pretty good.
It was really good. I loved it. I thought it was great. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So,
but like, I don't know if I'd give it a hard pass like Joe, but like, I definitely say like, I guess if you're gonna watch it with the kid that's into it, and have a ball with it. Like I'm kind of mad that I didn't watch it in that context, but
yeah, same. I'm with you on that.
I'm not down with having an Amber Alert with my name on it. So like, that's the only way.
Well, I was just taking the kid to watch Five Nights at Freddy's. Probably not the best movie to be taken to watch either, because it's about kidnapping and murdering kids.
Shoving them in suits.
I never even thought about that till you said.
Yeah, I was just taking them to see a children's movie about kidnapping and killing children.
Yes.
And all the nightmares it gives you for life.
We'll relive the movie after. It's like, oh man.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, it seems to have done its job, because it seems the hype, like, I mean, it seems to be like everybody in the target audience, the age group seems to be digging it. And I don't know if the weekend box office numbers came out yet. I'm not sure what it did. I didn't even think of checking it.
It did really well.
They already talking about part 2. They already got enough content for part 2. They're talking about like hints about the puppet and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
imagine it had because this is one of the rare occurrences where it had the theatrical release and streaming simultaneously, right, on Peacock and hit theaters, and it still did massive numbers at the theaters. So I think that speaks volumes of how much
104 million.
Opening weekend.
132 globally, 104 million in America.
Domestic.
Wow. Did it beat Barbie's opening weekend number or something? I heard something wild like that.
Yeah, but Barbie didn't stream for free simultaneously either.
Yeah.
So
imagine,
like, it still did those numbers, and people could have gone to see it for free on Peacock, and yet it still did those numbers in theaters. That's impressive. That
is actually super impressive.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you have a kid that's into the franchise, I mean, they've all been giving it rave reviews. So
I
give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, like, I don't give it a bad review. You know what I mean? A 6 out of 10 is what I'd give it.
That seems fair. Yeah. That
I'm
seems fair.
Yeah.
Nice D grade.
Yeah.
It's an afternoon. You're home. If you can stream it for free. Yeah. It'd be Oppenheimer's opening weekend. Yeah.
Good.
I think.
Yeah.
I would watch Five Nights at Freddy over Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, same here. Like, I've already seen Five Nights at Freddy, so I know what I'm getting into. And if you gave me like, oh, you can watch Oppenheimer now, and you've never seen it, I'll be like, nah, I'll just go with the Five Nights. Like,
I know how it ends too. Like I went through history class. You know,
I paid attention.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's impressive. It's
go for I didn't man. Go for it.
Yeah. So it seems to be living up to the hype. And how long ago did those games? Like, when was the last time they put out a Five Nights at Freddy's game?
This year, I think.
Was it just this year?
It was a VR one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's still popping, man. Like it's still.
And that franchise started about 10 years ago? The first game.
2014.
Yeah.
So right around 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I think they did it right. You wait 10 years so that you gain more following, and the people that were into it in the beginning are old enough now to go to theaters and see it. So you have a built-in
Oh, that's
audience already, like a pretty large built-in audience for. So I think they did it right by waiting that long to put out a theatrical release of the game franchise.
Plus, you get lore and you get like,
yeah,
you know,
Yep.
yeah.
The guy who made the games wrote the screenplay.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, really?
Cool.
So yeah, so he had his hand in it from start to finish. It was great to see it.
Good to hear.
That's cool. Yeah. Oh, right.
So yeah, awesome for the Five Nights at Freddy's fans, man. Happy they got a good film for them.
Y'all got a couple movies coming.
Yeah.
It looks like
Gonna be a 10 movie franchise.
Oh yeah.
oh wow.
Oh, imagine if they made Nicolas
That's
Cage
segue.
come into the franchise. Like he shows up in his fucking Mustang or muscle car, and they're like, "Yo, we need someone to clean up." He
might have to
comes in
see
there, fucking starts helping some pinball, or it'd be cool if they just had him do a cameo where like it pans and he's playing pinball, just smucking up against a pinball machine just for a quick shot in one of the future movies. It'd be
Oh,
fucking
God.
hilarious. Yeah. Or just him showing up, period, just for like a few seconds would be funny as hell. Or they could do a crossover like Willy's Wonderland versus Five
Whoa.
Nights at Freddy. Like the two different animatronics start fighting each other somehow.
Yeah.
They end up in a storage warehouse together, and like who could kill like the storage workers the most gruesome?
Battle
Like,
Royale.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
who can one up the other
Okay.
one? Anyway, they'll do that like when it's the 10th movie or something.
Yeah. Freddy's
Yeah.
X.
Yeah, we got to come up with a new idea.
That's good in space.
There you go.
The hood. Freddy.
Goes to hell.
You have to wait long enough for everybody to forget that already happened, right?
Yeah. How's it going, Spanky? Spanky's in the house in the chats. All right, so that's Five Nights at Freddy's. Any other last comments before we switch up to Saw 10?
Yeah, man, give the cupcake its own spin-off. I'd watch it.
Yeah, that's a good point. We all like the cupcake.
Cosign.
Who owns this? It aired on Peacock, but it's
Is it
Universal. It's a Universal film.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Universal Viacom is Peacock, NBC.
Maybe they can incorporate it into
Yep.
the Universal Monsters. Get them in
Oh,
there
that's an
somehow.
idea.
Do like a weird
keep-
like mashup Halloween
I
special
keep seeing
movie.
talk of a Dracula Untold 2, man, but I think people just trying to hurt my feelings.
I'd love that.
That or do you not
Toying
want
with your emotions, huh?
I think they're still attempting the Universal Monsters thing, right? They haven't
Yeah.
completely given
Yeah,
up on that yet.
I don't know her name. I keep the girl from Hunger Games that was the capital woman for Katniss.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's directing Invisible Woman.
Oh, now
Okay.
I'm crazy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look her up.
That's not Tara
Elizabeth
No.
Banks.
Thank
Elizabeth
you.
Banks.
Elizabeth
thank you.
Banks. That's it.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Banks.
the
Yeah.
chick from Role Models? She's going to be she's directing the Invisible Woman.
Mhm.
Yeah, didn't she direct Cocaine Bear as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair.
Oh, that's right. She did, didn't she?
Hey,
Yeah.
I like that Charlie's Angels movie she made. I saw that when I was in the
That
hospital.
was fun. Yeah.
a bunch of times, and like I thought I liked it better than the McG ones, man. I thought it was. So
Didn't she do the Pitch Perfect movie?
Yeah, I think she did.
Yeah.
Did she?
I like her movies. I don't know. So
Yeah.
Did it? Mean Girl? That's not the same universe.
I'm just checking here.
There's a new Mean Girls movie coming out too, a remake.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I need to get with that because I'm like, no, don't touch it.
Oh, you wanna? Oh, you'll miss what day is it? I get it.
Yeah.
All right. So our second feature of the night is Saw. Is it Saw 10 or Saw X?
Saw
is it?
X.
It looks cool with the X in there.
Okay. So we got the trailer for that one too. We could run that so people get a little idea of what that one's about.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Out of all the men to cheat, you picked John Kramer?
The cancer is still spreading. I'm afraid there's nothing else we can do. There is one person who might be able to help.
Our program is a two-pronged treatment outside Mexico City. The results have been stunning.
She saved my life.
You're in very good hands with us.
After that, what happens then?
Your whole life happens then. John Kramer.
According to these scans, the tumor was never removed.
How much time do I have?
Months, at best.
I still have a lot of work that needs to be done. Hello, everyone. It's time to play a game. You all pretended to cure me, but what I have planned for each of you is very real.
Peace came upon me. No light, no sound.
The only thing I have not provided is your anesthetic. But trust me, you will want to remain alert. Out of all the men to cheat, you picked John Kramer? Please, don't hesitate. Place a big enough piece of your cerebral tissue into the glass enzyme tank. This will save your life.
So sweet, silent
This is not retribution. It's a reawakening. Live or die. The choice is yours.
So what do you guys think? You guys think Saw 11, it's going to be about John Kramer getting an email from a Nigerian prince?
I might want to see that if he did.
I really thought he was going to give me back 60 grand.
Can they please let you write that one? Because I think I would enjoy that.
Oh my god.
We all want that revenge.
Yeah.
On the grand scheme of things, this is one of the better ones, though. Like for Saw,
Yeah.
in my opinion, it's one of the better ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And that's the perspective I need for sure.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Even
So,
though
John-
it adds nothing to the timeline.
Yeah, no.
No, because it's right. It takes place in between movies
2 and 3.
Yeah, so it's like a 2.5, really. Yeah, it gives it
It
gives you a little.
push it forward.
Yeah. It fills in like a blank in between two of the sequels, right? Where the torch is passed. So I think from 2 to 3, the torch is passed, right? But you don't know kind of the story.
Well,
Yeah.
in 2, they introduce the assistant girl, and in 3, they basically kill him, her, and everybody else pretty much. Like everybody dies in part 3.
Okay.
But then they made like 8 more movies after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With this real apprentice.
Yeah. David Blaine.
David Blaine.
Escape artist.
That's 2 on the nose. Yeah.
All right, Johnny, we'll start with you. We'll go around the same order we did before.
High points, man. I liked the leg thing. I thought that was pretty gruesome.
Oof, yeah.
The eyeball sucker was pretty rad. Like the first 2 gags were probably the best, but like my favorite thing was like the whole where like they really were really showing the like Jigsaw. He was drawing a trap, but he tore the page out and threw it away, and then he saw a kid like with a broken bike tire. He went out and he fixed it, man. Like he was gonna become a good person. God damn it!
Look, I don't know. I was like, "What is this? Like,
what is he doing?"
Did the kid do something wrong? What's happening?
I know.
Here? Like, why is he being nice to this fucking kid? Like, is this a game? Like, what the fuck?
You have 3 minutes to Fix your bike wheel or die.
You want to ride your bike again, Carlos?
Yeah. Holla.
Holla.
The game begins now. Click, 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 click. Yeah.
I really wish that they kind of spaced things out. I liked I kind of liked the beginning half of him getting his revenge, like with the first dude. But then, like the fact that they were all in one room together, it kind of made it. I know that they were trying to return it to the first film's feel, where like everything happened in the one room.
One
but
room.
The thing was, is like it didn't really though, like because half the time they were up in their little office, like arguing and stuff. So,
yeah.
So they broke that illusion. So they might as well have actually split them up in different rooms. It would have made it a little more suspenseful. Maybe gave it a bit more of a visual pop, because for like a big tense special one, like it kind of didn't seem that super special. Really, it kind of felt kind of at the end. It kind of felt like a filler episode.
Yep.
At the end of the series, you know, like
yeah.
This would have been. I hate Saw 3. This would have been amazing if this movie was actually released as Saw 3 back in like 2011 or whenever that would have came out.
Yeah.
But now I mean, it's okay. It's another 6 out of 10 for me. Like some people put a lot of hard work into the film, and it's a well-made piece of art, I guess you could call it. But it really didn't strike too big of a chord with me personally.
Saint.
So for a Saw movie, I enjoyed it. Trap wise, gore, all that stuff. I thought it was really good. I felt like, again, it didn't do anything to put, because they spent a lot of movies chasing around. And I watched them all, but I can't remember the dude's name. Kramer. No, not Kramer. His apprentice.
Amanda.
Amanda. The detective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mallory, right?
Yeah.
Well, they spent so long saying, okay, this is a guy, this is a guy, this is a guy. We all thought it was John, but now it's just been the guy the whole time. And so, like, I felt like John said it best. It was a filler. It's like shit. Fast and Furious got an X. We need one too. Let's get this movie out like real quick and throw some traps together. Trap wise, great movie. I thought, from what I wanted from a Saw movie, the eyeball suck thing, like, dude, I would have turned that motherfucker quick, all the way, get it all over at once and just be done and just be without a hand. He took, I don't know. Another thing, I mean, okay, so again, to backtrack, for a Saw movie, great traps, great story. I do think John Kramer would have been a little smarter to not get conned. He does a whole lot of research and stalking about to fucking get swindled out of fucking $500K or some shit. I don't know how much he paid or whatever. I didn't like the doctor being a cheerleader while everybody else getting murdered and dying. Like, I don't need you yelling at me while I'm trying to cut my own leg off.
Yeah.
Up, right?
He was
Start from the left side. It'll.
Like, are you? Like, she's like, the dude's pull. She's like, go. She's like, and I'm like, I'm pulling a piece of my brain out. Shut the fuck up right now. You'll kill it. She's go. Just do it. And I'm like, if she doesn't shut up, man. Like, But I thought it was. I thought it was really, really, really good. I wish that they had spent that time to let us know what happened to the dude, or how everything went from Saw 9 on, and just continue the story, because having that lady come back 5 years after she got murdered to be a flashback was not super believable, and I didn't really like her character a lot anyway. So I guess that's probably a big thing. For a Saw movie, I think it was great for story wise, adding to the movie. So I'm gonna give it for a Saw movie, I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because I enjoyed it. But for the story wise, I'm gonna give it like a 5 out of 10.
That's fair.
But I watched them all straight and then watched it, so I was expecting more from it than just hey, look, everybody saw the last credit scene, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted a little bit more than, hey, look, I got a job for you, for this guy that was a mastermind for like 4 movies.
Yeah.
5 movies.
Yeah. Cookie, how about you?
I loved it. I thought it was great. It's probably my favorite Saw after the original.
Mm.
I liked all the kills. I especially liked the leg one. I was squirming so bad.
Yeah.
Looking through my hand like this.
Yeah.
It's so gross. I was surprised that he got ripped off, which was, since he's been like so smart.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that was surprising for me. I think
But I think
my
maybe
only,
it's the desperation.
yeah.
Like when you only
Yeah.
have a few months
Yeah.
left to live, you're
Yeah.
like, okay, this is the last
That's what I
ditch
thought,
effort. Maybe that can be justified that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Yeah. No, and then I mean my only complaint really was like the third act when it started off. I was like, well, I saw this coming from a mile away, and I was like, this is stupid. And then I was like, oh wait, no, they turned it around on me. All right, I get it. This was good. I like it. But when the third act started, I was like, I don't like this. This is stupid. But
No holla.
so,
No holla.
No
no
holla.
holla. But yeah.
All right. So Tara, what do you got to say about it?
Well, let's see. Highlights for me would probably no, I can't go with highlights first. Sorry. Yeah, this definitely was another cold watch for me because the first one is the only one I've seen all the way through. So it was interesting saying when you said the thing about how what they did with Amanda was unique to this one and the first one. So in my mind, I assumed all the ones in the middle did all that stuff too, but no, yeah. And the only thing I have to say is Michael Beach, when he made the appearance as the guy from the support group, like just because of who he's played in the past, I was like, okay, this guy's going to end up an asshole, and I don't know what he's going to do yet, but you can't have Michael Beach and not have him flip at some point. So I enjoyed that. And like you, Cookie, I didn't literally watch through my hands, but I did do this. I did do peripheral vision. I'm like, yep, that's enough. I think I can see enough. And the leg thing, woo. And the kills were pretty amazing, if you want to put it that way. But I'm not usually drawn to stuff like this. So I'm just happy I made it through it. Let me just be really honest. And I'd say it falls somewhere near a 6 out of 10 for me too.
What do you think about his time limits, man? He's kind of fucking strict. He
Yeah.
can give him at least one more minute. Like, I mean,
3 minutes doesn't seem very long.
1
right?
minute is a lot.
Really
I gotta
fast.
listen to you talk and fucking play the game. Too.
Right, that's true.
Well, you know what it is? It's like if they would just do what they have to do, they have plenty of time. But they're like, no, I can't.
You know how long it takes to
No.
contemplate chopping your leg off? It takes longer than a minute. I don't know from experience, but I think if I was in there, I needed longer than a minute.
Fair
to
to say
think
that.
about it.
Because a couple of these people could have made it, man. If they
Right.
had like I don't know about the guy that cut into his own brain. Man.
Yeah.
The girl with the leg, she probably could have made it if she had.
She
like,
would have been fine.
like
You know how
15
bad I
more
was
seconds,
when he put it in acid? It was acid and it was dissolving. I was like, this motherfucker, dude. Not you rushing me.
Yeah, so my thoughts. I'm not the biggest fan of Saw movies. I think I've seen most of them. I might have missed a few here or there. And I love the first one. Like, I saw it in theaters, loved it. I love the twist, everything. Like, wow. Like, really dug it. And I think this is my second favorite Saw movie. Because a lot of the complaints I had about the sequels, like, the traps and stuff are all cool. It's fun, yeah. But I always found like the ends don't justify the means. Like a lot of people I found, he puts them in these contraptions, and it's like, do they really deserve death? You know, for their grievances? Like, I mean,
The
You
guy
know,
who
and
switches X-rays. Okay, I understand that.
like
Everybody else.
some people, yes, but everyone gets the same. Like it's black
very
or white.
cut and dry.
You know, there's
Yeah.
no gray for him. It's life's messy. You know,
Yeah,
there's not always a yes and no answer to everything. You know, like a lot of things come into play, a lot of different factors. You know, so I like this one where it's more of less a moral judgment. Like he's not on his high horse judging people on their behavior. It's more personal. It's like directly at him, right? It's not just a self-righteous, I'm going to judge everyone on because my moral superiority over everyone. Like this is more
Like
a
you
revenge
wronged
story
me.
for him, right? A straight personal revenge story. And that's what I enjoyed about it. Like he wanted, and I think he's less devastated about the money he lost and more devastated that the hope. Yeah, you took the hope away from people. It's less about the money and more like giving them hope to get them high only to devastate them right before they die. Like just, you know, you would have just been better off letting them come to terms and living the rest of their days at peace, like coming at peace with it, than putting them on this emotional roller coaster and just, you know, devastating them before they have to die. I think it was more that aspect that I really enjoyed about the story.
Yeah.
The traps were meh for me, like so. Like Johnny said, the eye sucker was pretty cool, but that's right off the beginning. Like they come at you right, like the opening scene, I think is that one, right? So right away they give you the best trap right at the beginning. So that's cool. Like, okay, yeah, this is Saw. Here you go now, and I enjoyed the story.
You don't just get the eyes; you get the finger thing too, which is brutal. But the eyes,
because you have to do the fingernail, right? Anyway, I
turn the dial and it breaks a finger each click.
Yeah, each time. Yeah,
I'd have just spun it at once, man.
Yeah, I'd have just been like a Band-Aid, right? One stop. Yeah.
It would have sucked, but it man. A lot better than tick.
But
tick.
That guy was still in a wallet and watching a wedding ring. Did he deserve to get his eyes sucked out of his head?
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's where I have issues with the Saw movies. So I like that they turned it more into a personal story of Kramer. What's his first name? John
Kramer.
It's more of a personal like vendetta for him to get back at these people, and I like the fact that.
Do you think
not
that's
all
why
of them?
Gave them all only 3 minutes? Because I think in some of the other movies they got like 10 or 8 minutes and stuff.
Possibly, yeah, because he was a little more pissed. So he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to fucking ruin it."
Time limit being
yeah. So he's like, "Normally it's 10, but for you assholes, I'm gonna give you 3." Yeah.
Well, maybe because he had less time, they had less time.
Yeah. The girl with the radiation that was burning her, couldn't she have just broke her hand first and then been on the ground?
Well, that
I think
dumb
it was
doctor
programmed
was like,
to move.
"Oh no, break your foot first."
Yeah,
it was programmed to move, but she broke her leg and swung out of the way, and then it moved. But if she
thought
had
of that,
broke her hand, she would have fell on the ground. I would have.
Yeah, but then probably just the top chain would just lower, so it just aimed down at her.
If I was John Kramer, I would have done that.
Yeah, I would have thought I would have done my hand first as well, because it'd be much easier to smash your foot against the concrete on the ground. Right, to slide it out, then in midair where it kind of hits and maybe doesn't break it. Yeah, so I agree with you. I would have done my hand first as well, but
that was another part of the movie that kind of had me giggling. Was like they made that girl break her leg and her arm, and they melted her face, but like, and then right after they're like, "Leave her alone."
Oh, she was still alive. Yes.
Yeah. Well, she earned her freedom, right? So
they're gonna take her to the hospital, I guess. But like the how emotional they got that the bad guy, the worser guys, I guess,
the worser
guys showed up and were antagonizing her as well. Like, you guys just tortured that girl, and now you're acting like they're messing with your friend.
Yeah, no, Amanda was like way over the top. She was like, "Yeah,
she was."
Like, what is happening?
Yeah. But I like the fact that now you had an actual villain that deserved what she got in the end. But I found that anticlimactic because I found her trap like inside with the gas and everything. I was like, okay, she just sticks her head out, and it was kind of like, You know, I would have liked to have had more of a contraption. Like everyone else is restrained to a device. where they're just in the room and they have to take turns. I was like, that was kind of lame. I want to see them wrapped in.
Like burning up.
That's
but I don't know.
Like the acid, the gas was affecting through the skin. You know what I mean? And it seemed
it was bubbling and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like the contraptions, right, where they're restrained, because most of the time they're always restrained, right?
I mean, if you think about it, the office is like a giant contraption. Because
but I like the fact that you actually had a real villain that you're like, when she gets hers, it's well deserved.
Yeah, she was definitely the best part, the best villain, I think.
Yeah. It was Joe. They did that because it was a return to the first film. Remember, because that one ended, but the guy just locked in the room. So he kind of returned to that aspect of it. In a different, she's stuck in the room, but like not really sure, with her head sticking out of the room.
Yeah.
It's the way I kind of took it. Like they were trying to pay homage to the first film's ending.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And then the whole time I'm like, all right, the guy who recruits all these like people and sets them up for this big fraudulent like procedures and stuff. I was like, where the hell's this guy? And I was like, there's got to be like a post-credit scenes or something. So then when the post-credit scenes rolled around, I was like, that was like, you knew it was going to be that. Yeah, you knew it was going to be that too, because you were like, for sure, like he's just as bad as the blonde woman. Right? The fake doctor, because he has to sit there and listen to all these people's sob stories about my daughter, my son, like all crying about they're going to leave their loved ones, and he has to sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to, that's like,
right. This is who I'm moving off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, so he, like, I was like, he's got to get his for sure,
Yeah.
Like, whereas the other people, they're all just recruited, kind of more or less in the know.
The one guy I wish they'd have tied up is the dude that recommended him back in the city. His friend.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The black dude.
Yeah. Michael.
Yeah, they got him at the end.
Yeah.
They got
the one
Easter egg scene. Yeah.
In the post-credit scenes. You didn't make it to the post-credit scene?
I missed it, man. Like
they got his ass in the post-credit scene.
It was so satisfying.
Yeah, because when he calls the cop and says, you gotta find some people for me, he's like, I can do the one, but the rest you're on your own. So all the people that were in Mexico, John had to track him down himself, but the cop was able to track the guy who was in the U.S. that recommended him to the program. And that's what the post-credit scene is. That
I think I still got it rented for a couple hours, so I'll watch it after the show.
Yeah.
Yes, you should. Delicious.
That's why you're like, he's the second most, like, the blonde and him are the two that really deserve their come up.
I knew John just don't. I was like, John's not gonna let somebody he's not gonna let somebody get away now.
Mm-hmm.
They should have at least cut open the back of his head and pretended like they did, because like I don't know, like if you had a procedure done on you, like when you've been opened up, man, like you're
that's another thing. Yeah, he should have noticed that a long time ago. Like I can imagine that's a kind of pain that you just your head throbbing,
right?
Cut you
well, I mean, she did say that like you take the 2 elixirs, one in the morning, one at night. It has a painkiller in it, so maybe he's like, oh wow,
I've cracked my head.
He had time to go get tequila and shit.
I've had my head cracked open, man, and like I've been given painkillers, and like I still felt right where the boo boo was.
Oh man,
but wasn't the one guy a vet? Wasn't he? Didn't he work at a veterinary clinic? So he could easily just lay an incision and stitch it back up. He must be used to doing like stitching up animals. So I mean,
they should have
why not
given him incision. You know what I mean? Like Pin did a little bit.
Well, that's like when you guys played the trailer. That's what surprised me, because they made it sound like they did this procedure, like they did like a fake procedure, and then when he goes back to the U.S., they're like, it's still there. Like
but that often happens with trailers where they make the trailer before they edit the movie, because the tumor's still there. That's right at the beginning where he goes into the MRI machine. It's right at, or the radiology or whatever, the X-ray machine. That's right at the beginning, and they're like, no, you only have 3 months at best.
Right.
That's right at the beginning when the doctor. So then that's when he becomes desperate.
Right.
But like you said in the trailer, they make it seem like he comes back home.
Yes.
And he realizes he's not cured. But maybe they're like, okay, if you only have 3 months, by the time they come back and realize you know, he'd probably already almost be dead by the time, you know, like, so
Yeah.
then he has to
Yeah,
go back to
I-
Mexico. Then they probably already switched places, so that
Yeah,
the timeline doesn't make sense because
yeah.
this is a fraud. So they're not gonna
I
stick
understand
around,
it's
right?
more like
Yeah.
more urgent. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
probably like, yeah, let's not do that because then it'll be too far fetched, right?
Yeah.
Because he has to get them before they take off from Mexico and go set up somewhere else. So
Yeah.
and let's be honest, if it's a scam, that big X-ray machine, the radiologist, like that he used to torture the girl.
Mm-hmm.
If you're running a scam, you're not spending money on a real machine like that because that's how much is that? Millions does that machine cost? Like, come on.
Oh, that's what's unbelievable to you, Joe.
Yeah, exactly. Like it would cost how much he gave her just to buy that machine. And when he goes to see, that machine's like knocked over. Like, who the fuck cares about it? That's like $1 million piece of equipment, you know?
Al just gave me a good idea, man. I would love to see Jigsaw get a hold of the Property Brothers for Saw.
Oh man, I would watch that too.
I mean, he could get a hold of a lot of them reality TV fools.
And some of the Real Housewives.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool, like, yeah.
That's a nice crossover we haven't tapped out yet.
The American Pickers, they ripped him off. They came to his house and they lowballed him on some shit, so he takes them. The Pawn Stars, yeah. Would you like to play a game?
Oh yeah, the Pawn Stars would be good.
On his little tricycle. Yeah, that's it. That's what I was talking about too. Like how they wouldn't completely clean up the site, and a lot of those like equipment, like it was obviously a real radiation machine because he was using it to torture the girl, and those machines are millions. And how much did he pay for this treatment? Like, what was it? $500,000, $1 million?
$250,000.
$250,000.
I would say
like,
at least $500,000.
Because you're not leaving that machine behind. I mean, that's more than what you're getting for the scam. Like,
he played at least $1 million for it, man. Like they've always said that he was a very expensive, rich guy. That's how he's able to pay for all his traps and stuff. So like, I think that, and that's what their whole thing was, is to fleece the super wealthy that wanted to buy more time.
Yeah.
So I think that they got like a good chunk out of him, but I don't think he really cared about that. But you're right, and that's another thing. Like Al said, they left the monitor on. Not just that, they left the DVD player with the DVD
it
set,
was still playing. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So what? You're not using it for the next scam? Like, what the fuck? You know?
Well, I guess the next guy didn't have brain. Like, but
I was going to say, yeah, he didn't need instructions.
Well, no, they didn't need instructions. They just played it because it had a brain operation on it, so like they could pretend that
So
they
it's
were.
like, look what we're doing to your skull.
Right.
It wasn't mathing.
I wouldn't want to watch that, man. Like,
yeah, no.
I've never been awake during one of my operations, but like, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to sit there and watch it on TV while it's happening.
Yeah.
No, I've been awake during a procedure, and it was.
But then again, when I get my tattoos, I like to watch them getting drawn on. So like, I don't know, like that's a weird thing. So.
And another thing that was good is he's much older now too, so you didn't really have to do much makeup to make him look like sickly and old. Like he already looks from because he's it was 10 years ago, so he's 10 years older. And he was already pushing in the first one, right? He was already quite elderly when he made the first one, so like you didn't have to do much makeup to make him look like he was old and sick because he's you know, he's getting up there in age. I mean, yeah. So so I thought it was I really liked it. I'm like Cookie. I'd give it probably a 7.5, maybe even an 8 on 10.
Yeah.
If I had to give it something, I'd rate it that high. It was my like right after the first one. I really liked this one. It was my second favorite.
What was your first?
The original.
Okay.
The original was great. I love the original.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a Donnie Wahlberg fan, and you didn't like part 2. I mean,
yeah, it was all right. It would probably be number 3 on my list.
My favorite was what was it? What was the one that I started with the bucket heads?
That was 4, right? 9.
I like that one. I like them realizing that at the end that if they had worked together the entire time, that they would have all survived or whatever. And the leg thing that in X10 or whatever, which is cutting off in 9 when the dude gets his leg cut in that thing that's in the bottom. Anything with wires is just crazy to me.
Yeah.
And then you give me a minute to think.
What time was it in the movie when the little kid shows up kicking the ball against the wall?
I don't know.
Like 6 in the morning or something like that?
Like 4 in the morning. Yeah.
Like, I don't
should
know.
not have been out.
But they established that little fucker gets up early because like when John Kramer went and fixed his tire,
That's
like
true.
it was like first thing in the morning too. Remember, he gets up, he's
Yeah.
like, that's why I thought he was gonna kill the kid because like you fucker woke me up.
Okay, and
That's enough reason.
But they gave him such a nice like character arc of this kid. It was
Yeah, no,
so
the kid was
cute.
probably my favorite part of the movie. The whole arc
Yeah.
with him
I
because he
forgot to
does
say
show
that.
back up and yeah, and
and the end game was in the room with the gas, right?
Mhm.
But the woman was chained to that table thing.
What are you talking about?
Who the boyfriend, like the waterboarding.
they always
Right?
planned for her to get out.
Okay.
I think that trap was rigged so him and Amanda would end up stuck on it, but because the
Yeah.
kid came in, that was the unknown factor, and that's why they had to alter the plan. That's why they had to do the whole no holla thing because him and Amanda would have both known. Just sit and wait for them to activate the trap and the waterboard.
Okay.
Stop.
I
The
didn't catch that.
kid was dope though. So he
was good.
earned that.
Yeah, he's like, oh no, the poor guy, I'm gonna drown myself now. I'm like, what? This kid's
What?
This
Kid
kid earned
do that.
this kid earned the bag of money, man.
Yes, he
Like-
did. He earned that
know.
bag of money.
Like I enjoyed that scene, but that's where I was like, okay, what the fuck, you know?
No,
like,
that's when I knew John Kramer did it just to be petty because he didn't need that money. He was just mad that you took it from him.
Yeah.
So now I have to take your life.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I was like, okay, so he knew that the tables were going to get turned, and then they're going to be waterboarded. I don't know. That's where I was like, okay, now it's getting really ridiculous. But
No,
I mean,
I loved it. I was like triple cross. Yeah.
I'm gonna bump up my rating. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 too, just because we had this conversation about it, and this was so much fun. Like elevated the film for me. Just
yeah. I mean, a solid 7.5 for me for sure. Yeah. And I mean, like, aside from like you said, like Amanda being a little over the top at times, and you know, but
just that one scene with
like,
Gabriella, right? I was just like, what?
The anguish,
It's like,
yeah.
It's like she ain't your bestie. Like, calm down.
Right.
the intestines was pretty good. I enjoyed
my
that.
gosh.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
that was
Like
so
that.
gross.
I was
Yeah,
laughing
that was
so
another-
hard at that. Yeah, she's just like cuts it out and she's just like, throw it back to me. And I'm
She's
like,
like, here. Like she knew it was gonna work. It's a rope.
Like, now we have a rope. I was like, ugh.
that's why I'm
Yeah.
surprised she didn't actually cut the dude's head open because like she seemed to be like that gross and gangster about everything in real life. So like,
Yeah.
I figured she would have probably been the doctor herself doing like surprised she didn't get busted for doing fake surgeries. Like
And the boyfriend, come on.
Oh yeah.
How
Yeah.
could you not know she'd like throw you under the bus the first chance she got?
Mhm.
You know a woman like that is you know she's gonna be like, no, cut his throat, whatever, cut his I don't
Yeah,
give a
whatever.
fuck, you know? She's
Well,
the least
I
bad
mean-
guys told them several times too, and he didn't listen.
these bad guys. No, I love like where she's like, oh well, now I don't have to split the money with these people, and I'm like, dude, she's gonna kill you. I'm
yeah, that's
what
like
is
another
wrong
red
with
flag.
you?
Like,
Yes.
yeah.
Hey, baby. Like, ew, ew. I hated them a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, not bad. Pretty good movie. Pretty good. I had such low expectations for it, so I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I didn't know.
I was
what-
thinking it was going to be maybe a 4 or 5 on 10, and ended up being like a solid 7.5 for me. So,
But I'd still recommend like don't pay to rent this. I'd say like wait for it to start streaming somewhere. Where you
it'll hit a service eventually, probably fairly quickly, because it was out for 2 weeks, then it hit.
I think it's still in
rentals
theaters right now, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Like it came out early October or mid October, so it's only been out for After 2 weeks, it hit streaming services to rent, right? So,
Unless you're like a
I'd say it's worth full price.
what's it at right now? It's like $20.
20, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So another 2 weeks a month, it'll drop down to like your usual rental, like $4 or $5.
$4.99, yeah.
Yeah. So I'd say it's worth the rental, like the $4.99 rental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that.
Yeah. All right. So everyone's at least enjoyed it remotely.
Mhm.
So,
Oh yeah.
that's good, man. So yeah, two movies to. I mean, what are we? We're Matt night tonight, so tomorrow's Halloween. So
That's right. It's Mischief Night.
yeah. So
Devil's
better.
Night.
Yeah, Devil's Night. Yeah, Matt night,
Yeah.
Devil's Night. People setting fires, burning
Mhm.
stuff.
Nice.
Stealing your kids' Halloween candy.
Did you guys? Did you guys go out on Devil's Night and Mischief and stuff when you're younger?
No, this was usually school night.
Yeah, we're too
Yeah.
rural. Yeah.
Yeah. I live in the country, so we got out and did stuff.
The cops
Oh,
shot people where I came from, so yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm with you, Johnny.
Yeah, we'd light fires and stuff, and
Yeah.
we had gas can. We'd run around with gas cans, and
Oh my god.
oh yeah, we'd light parking lots up, man. We just pour gas in,
Oh my God.
in an empty
You were
parking
such a
lot and
bad
just light it.
child.
No, we
We're
would
in
not
the
get
country, man. Country, it's you're bored. Like it's one night and we had like a retired cop that would just patrol. So he would like
Yeah,
take
chase
care of
us
it.
around and stuff. Yeah, he would actually chase us. Yeah.
He knew
If
all
you were
about the
young.
killer animatronics in town and stuff. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you shouldn't be around here after dark.
Then the older kids would always.
I'm
Then it was
getting
like
too old for
always.
this shit.
The older
Yeah.
kids would go after the younger kids and like prank them and stuff and do shit to them. So yeah, we always had fun on Devil's Night.
Sounds like.
Make barrel bombs.
I don't even know what that is. What's a barrel bomb?
Where you put layers of leaves with gas and then the fumes,
Oh,
and then when
wow.
you light it, it goes poof, and all
I
the
like
leaves
the way
go
you said
flying
that.
out.
It sounds pretty theatrical.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they do that in the middle of the ball field. Do a
Nice.
barrel bomb. Yeah.
Hmm.
Never even heard of it. Sheltered.
Arson and felonies. Yeah.
1 year the guys got a bunch of eggs and egged the retired cop's car.
Ooh.
And the parents had to pay for a new paint job because it chipped the car from throwing eggs at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a night where parents weren't too happy with their kids. Yeah. Toilet paper in the trees. What else was there?
See, we did
Oh,
all
we
that
did that.
stuff, but like
Yeah.
not on. We didn't have a specific
Yeah.
night
Oh.
we did it on.
Yeah,
so-
just in general.
soaping windows.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Soaping windows.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
You take
you
soap
soap right on the windows.
and you fucking rub on the windows all over and put a thick layer of soap, and then like
That's
the next day they have to fucking try to
Beaver
wash
got in
it
trouble
off.
for doing that, man. I seen
Yeah.
that. The bees.
Yes.
We had some kids that were
That's
throwing
on point.
frozen eggs at houses.
Yeah, Joe Hooligan. Yeah, he talks about it.
Hooligan
quite a
Joe.
bit.
Hooliganism.
There's a episode we did with Elle where we talked about what comic where Joe talked about tying a kid up to a tennis net.
Oh yeah, we in the tennis court.
What was
In the
that?
tennis court, we chained a kid up to the fence and turned the lights on and pulled his pants down and turned the lights on.
Oh my god!
This is awful, awful
He was chained to the fence for over half an hour before someone came in and helped him get
Oh my
off.
god!
I
You
think
know that kid is like traumatized, and you're on like
Totally.
somebody's hit list.
his name was
Yeah.
Tom Kramer. He's gonna.
Don't pick up the phone if it rings.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
You like
The
playing
unsuc-
tennis,
Game
Joe?
with you.
There's the unsuccessful poop bag because it was raining, so it didn't want to light.
Ridiculous. So ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, we did a lot of stupid things when we were kids. Not just on Halloween, just in general, all the
Just in
time.
general?
Just all the time.
Yeah, smashing windows, fucking playing in old abandoned barns, like hide and chase. Yeah.
Could not be me. I'm too jumpy for that shit.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff. Then when we got really bored, we played BB gun wars. Till someone got shot right below the eye, then the mother, their mom's was a bit of a Karen, so she got involved, and we all got in trouble.
Wait.
Well, her kid was almost blinded.
Right, you
So.
got shot below the
Karen,
eye with a BB gun. Like you got,
But the
like
Karen.
I shot Nerf guns.
No, BB guns. Nerf
No,
guns
I know.
are for pussies, man. They don't hurt. There's no stakes.
Well,
You're not dipping and diving and running side to side to Nerf gun. You're like, whatever. BB gun. Then we started using the CO2 cartridge pellet guns. Those
Oh,
really
man.
packed.
See, me
Yeah.
out. I'm
That's
with those
evil,
Yeah.
man. I did airsoft like in my 20s, like when airsoft
Yeah.
got big. Like me and my friends got a bunch of those, and those
Yeah.
hurt too, like the little plastic BB. So I can imagine getting shot with like a metal BB, especially with
Oh
a
yeah.
pellet gun. You guys are, yeah, you guys are evil.
Wild.
Yeah, hardcore.
Oh yeah. Running through the cornfields, you could just hear the going through the leaves.
Oh my god.
Yeah. 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 So that we had a lot of abandoned barns and stuff, so we did all our like wars there. When we were younger, we did like ninja wars where we would just whack each other with wooden swords.
Like the back lot for your
Yeah,
shenanigans.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah, we did. I think we did put lipstick all over the face of the kid we chained to the fence.
Oh,
Now that you mentioned
man.
lipstick.
That poor
Wow.
Oh yeah, we did it. Yeah, we
It's just
and
layers,
I think
layers to this whole thing.
Why did you chain him to the
did we
fence?
smash? Did we
It's like
smash
that
eggs
song,
on his
Layers.
head? I think we might have broke
Smash what?
smashed some eggs on his head too.
Oh man.
Wow, did you break his glasses while you were at it? Bunch of
No, he didn't wear
bullies?
glasses.
Jeez.
Why did you chain him to the fence?
Because he was slow.
Oh no.
We went. Our target was the skinny, taller kid, but he was too quick. We couldn't catch him. So we went. It's like survival of the fittest, right? The slowest of the herd gets him, and the lions jump on the slowest one. He was slow.
Oh my god, you're awful.
Oh,
So that's why he got chained to the fence because he was just too slow to get away from us.
messed up. Poor limping antelope got taken down.
Exactly. It's primal, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, cannot.
Oh man,
Oh, man.
we did a lot of stupid stuff as kids.
So did anybody watch anything else rad though? Anything that you could like recommend?
I started watching The Strain.
Yeah,
Oh,
Strain
God.
is good. Strain is
Yeah.
a really good show.
We've been in,
I haven't finished it, but I started a bunch of times. Like I got up, and, I got. I know it's funny to say, but I got because I always wanted to start over. I got up until like I think mid season 2 when he was kind of getting a little jittery.
yeah. So
it's really good. I didn't love the last season. I thought it was really good. I loved certain characters, man. Like I really liked the Rat Killer, but played by Kevin Dunn.
Yes, he's a great character.
And I like the old guy, Satrakian. He's bad.
Yeah. Well, you see, once they get introduced, all the others start going off, and like Satrakian sits back and he's like, "We need to talk." Right away he knows he's like a badass, right? So he's like, "All right, let's help each other out," Yeah.
The homeboy Gus is a really cool character. I just didn't really like the main guy and his kid. I kind of fucking hated.
Yeah, the main guy and his kid chasing the mom was like, I was like, damn, I just wish something would happen. It was horrible, but I remember watching, but like, man, I wish something would just happen to the mom so we can just move past this.
Oh, they bring her back. She comes back. Oh man, I spoiled.
Oh Lord.
Doesn't matter. But
Froggy Hopper.
We got.
It happens in season 2. Like it happens pretty early on.
Well, I'm only maybe 6 episodes into the first season.
Okay,
I just got last episode.
The concept was great.
Was the vampires that don't want to continue the vampire spread, like that group of vigilante vampires that kill other vampires type thing. I got introduced to that group. I was like, oh, what are they? The hooded ones there. Yeah. So I'm anxious to see like kind of what their end game is.
It's a rad show. I mean, like.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it.
When everybody else was into Walking Dead, that was kind of my shit.
We've also been watching Goosebumps.
I haven't
The new
seen any
one?
of that
What
yet
is
either.
Yeah, the new one.
Is that on Disney or Hulu?
I don't know. It's Disney for me, but it might be Hulu show
Might be
though.
Hulu for us. What about The
Yeah.
Strain? Where's that one streaming?
That's on Hulu.
That's an FX. That's either
Okay.
Hulu or Disney or yeah.
Okay.
It's on Hulu.
Okay, good.
I've also been rewatching the Treehouse of Horror Simpsons. I've been watching
nice.
Good.
those every once in a while when I'm cooking or something, making supper. I'll usually throw 1 or 2 of those on because they have it in a collection on the Disney Channel, so you can just watch each one.
Go right
The only
through
thing
them.
I don't like is it continues with the season that it came from instead of like skipping to the
going to the
next
next one?
Treehouse. Yeah, so I have to
Oh.
go back and then play the next ones. So I've been
That's
rewatching
annoying.
those. Yeah.
That makes me
But-
think of that. I'm sorry, go ahead, Johnny.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just thinking about somebody was saying that they wish that they would fix it so you could do a special kind of shuffle play, and that would be perfect for that.
Yeah.
If you just, that's all. Sorry.
I finished reading. Did you know about Ed Gein?
I still need to read that.
Oh, how was that?
Or do you know what Ed Gein did or whatever?
Ed
done.
Gein
done did.
Done did.
Did
Yeah.
done. Did
What he
done.
done did.
Yeah. So that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. That was a good little read. Yeah. I can't think. Did we watch anything else that was like kind of?
I started
Halloween?
Beneath the Trees.
Oh, what
how
you
is
said?
that
Oh.
so far?
Love that.
That's a good one.
I started at like 2 pages in.
Oh,
2 whole pages.
Good.
Yeah.
anybody watch that Exorcist?
Yes,
Oh.
Exorcist Believes.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah,
good?
we watched it. It
How
was
was
okay.
How was that
Too
scene I told
scary.
you about? Was it as awesome as it was described to me?
Uh,
Where the lights
shit.
flickering?
I think I'll have to rewatch it. I think I missed it.
Okay, because like
I remember you talking about it, and I didn't catch it when I was watching it. But see, Pat was watching it, and I was doing some other stuff, and then I had to go and do something, so I might have missed that scene. I might have been doing something, and I missed it. So yeah, but it was okay. I mean, what are you gonna do, right? There's only so much you can do with an exorcist, like an exorcism story. So,
That's true.
but it wasn't bad. I mean,
that's why they should stop doing them.
The original movie is such a primal fear for me. I don't think I can. That's why I haven't watched any of the.
Yeah, that's
The
too
other stuff.
scary.
Yeah.
it's good.
The
It's
first
good.
one did everything the genre needed to do, and then the
Yeah.
third one was like a really fun, weird movie, and then after that they just stopped making them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't seen this new one. It might just bring it all back around and rule. I
Well,
doubt it.
It might.
it's a double possession, which is kind of
Always fun.
which makes it a little more interesting. And the one aspect I liked of it is for the exorcism, they got people from different religions to come in and do the exorcism as a
That's
group.
kind of nice.
Yeah, so that was interesting. Like
Very ecumenical.
yeah. So that was cool. I thought that was an interesting kind of little, like how all religions have like possession or like evil as a common thread throughout. So they all kind of have their own rituals to banish
To
evil,
cure
or
it, yeah.
keep
Yeah.
evil away, or purify the soul, or so that was kind of cool.
Cool. Would you recommend it?
What you snacking on there, Saint?
Oh, some Pocky.
Some what?
Japanese little stick candy? You haven't had
Yeah.
Pocky? It's good, man.
Oh, the sticks with the
Yeah.
chocolate dipped in the chocolate.
All this
Yeah.
Japanese stuff,
Yeah.
and then like
The
this
goodie
stuff.
basket.
And these are cheesecake wafers. I don't drink coffee, but I'm a specific.
Oh, you ordered the
Oh,
box?
nice.
You got one of them
She
boxes?
ordered it
Cool.
for me. I'm gonna
Oh.
I'm gonna get some coffee tomorrow. Eat these cheesecake wafers.
Oh
I
my
need
god,
that one
that
without
sounds
coffee.
amazing.
I know. I'm like,
What
So
is
you-
all of this? Well, how did you get
It's
all
called-
of this?
I got the thing.
You can order those boxes. They come from different countries, and it's
someone
all
loves
like
him that
goodies
much.
that are common to that country, right?
Yes.
Mm. You didn't know about this, Cookie?
Cookie,
No, I
I'll
didn't
send
know
it
that
to you.
either.
This
I don't know
this
how
is
to get
called
it.
Munchie Time, but I'll send it to you.
Please.
Yeah, they have a bunch of different boxes where you can get it like Switzerland, and then you have a bunch of like
Yep.
treats that are very
Very easy for
particular
them
to
to
that, to that country or
Because
yeah.
other
So-
countries have the best flavors. We get the basic ass.
Yeah, we are
fucking
like
shit.
scraping the barrel.
They
here.
got Kobe beef, Kobe steak, chips, or
Oh my god.
they got KFC chips. I just said that because I saw it, but they have that too.
What? You guys don't have KFC chips in the States?
No,
Are
or
you
all
serious?
dressed.
Joking,
You know
Joe.
how bad
Stop
I want
it.
an all dressed chip?
We got
No.
Ruffles. Ruffles made KFC chips here. It was
You got
limited.
also-
It was limited, so you could only have it like it doesn't exist now anymore. But it like we get a lot of different chip flavors, but it's only
They
for
have
like a month or
ketchup
two.
up there too. They
Over
have
there, they got it.
ketchup
Yeah,
flavored
ketchup.
Yeah, I've never had
They
the
got
ketchup
everything.
chip.
Anything.
See, KFC chips were good the first time I tried them, and then it's kind of like after 4 or 5, it's
That's a
Man.
fucking funniest thing, man.
Diminishing returns, huh?
Listen,
Yeah,
it's funny.
exactly.
I said the same thing about you guys ever had those wrap snacks?
Rap
No,
snack.
what is
No,
that?
what's that?
So rap snacks are these snacks that they're chips that they made out of famous rappers like Boosie and Little Romeo.
Okay.
Oh, no, I
okay.
haven't.
No, I've
And those
never.
are the same way. Their flavor is like really good, but after like 4 or 5 of them, you're like, all right.
That's
Yeah,
enough
so
of that.
I don't
you
know
buy
what
just
the
the
rest of
small.
bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You buy the small bags, and that's perfect. Don't buy the big bag of the
Yeah.
KFC ones
Does it
because
like- Does it actually taste like KFC? Like extra crispy?
it tastes like the gravy. You know the gravy that you get from KFC.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what it tastes like.
I would want
It
to
tastes
taste
like that gravy.
I want it to taste
Time
like
to
the
be
chicken,
alive.
man. Come
Yeah.
on.
Right,
No.
that's what I want. I want like fried chicken or mashed potatoes.
I want a fried
Ooh,
Got
a
that.
bag of like a mix of the chips. Of
Yeah,
mashed
Doritos
potatoes.
used to do that. Doritos used to do the 2 flavor bags, and those were awesome.
The
How
chicken and the
the
gravy.
salt is that though? The chicken and the gravy. And then the blueberry
Oh,
pie at the
you
end,
went to
right?
one giant one.
So are
Yes.
any of you guys handing out candy for Halloween?
Mhm.
No, they don't trick
We
or
don't
treat.
get anyone here.
No.
The
Yeah, we
older
get like
ones
5 or
will get
6. So
Yeah.
Our driveway is too
Yeah,
scary.
the churches here put an end to the trick or treating a couple years ago, man.
The who?
The churches, pretty much, they just
Oh,
go
Why?
really?
to the Walmart. I don't know. They just did, man.
Do
Like,
they do trunk
I
or
don't go to
treat?
church.
Huh.
Huh.
That's weird.
Yeah, no,
There's
like
a lot
they,
of trunk or treat here.
yeah, they're trunk or treat. Yeah, they go to the church and they walk around the parking lot and stuff, and
Yeah.
then or they go to the Walmart or they go to the mall. There's like certain places that are set up where they kind of do a trick or treat, but they
Our greasy spoon here gives small fries for free to kids.
Oh,
and they
that's
come in.
sweet.
that's cute.
Yeah. I passed one of those trunk or treats the other day and they had food trucks and stuff. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
I couldn't pull
Oh.
over because I was late and I had no children, but
Did they have burritos?
I know.
Did they have a taco truck up in there? I'd be like,
it looked like it. Yeah. I was
Mm.
stuck at the light long enough to wonder what was smoking up that
Oh
one
my
truck.
God.
But
Tacos and Snickers.
ooh,
Mm.
sounds like Nirvana.
Yeah. So, anyone else have anything like Halloween stuff? We had a party on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
So-
how was it?
It was all right. It was pretty chill. I mean, nothing crazy.
you didn't go and light leaf bombs or fucking burn down barns?
Yeah, what was that thing called? Barrel
No.
bomb or something?
No, barrel bombs. Yeah.
That's never.
No. Those days, when you're a minor, it's fine. You can get away with a lot of shit. But as an
Yeah,
adult,
you don't want a felony.
Try to run away from lighting up a barrel bomb and blow out your back.
yeah, fucking my knee. Yeah, exactly. Blow out my knee and like.
Oh, my knee! Oh.
Yeah.
Cop coming and finding you. I've fallen. I can't get up.
I probably all the young
Snort.
kids will probably be grabbing me and chaining me up to the fence because I'm
That's
too slow
right.
now.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, I just wore the pumpkin on my head for a bit and we hung out and stuff.
That's
So
commitment enough, I think.
I wore it for maybe 15 minutes, then I took it off. Then I went.
It was
The
a
rest-
lot. That was a big commitment.
Then I went for the rest of the night as Justin Trudeau. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah, Justin Trudeau doing blackface. So
Mhm.
Oh, there you go.
yeah, but it worked out pretty good. No one could see me. Like I painted my whole face black, so when I put it on, no one could see like my face through
bet they were like-
yeah. Yeah. So it worked out great. Like I was there and someone kept staring. They're like, I can't tell if you're looking at me or not.
You should have taken some reaction shots. That would have been a good.
Yeah. Yeah. So everyone was pretty impressed. So
What did Pat dress as?
some spirit, kind of like a bride, a dead bride or something like that, like
That
corpse
sounds fun.
bride style. She wore her
Oh,
wedding
cool.
dress and she
Yeah,
painted
that's
her
pretty cool.
face with like dark and painted it all like, Tim Burton style kind of.
Give that thumbs up.
And I
Very
actually wore the
cool.
jacket. The jacket I was wearing was the jacket I wore to our wedding, so we both had
Oh,
our
cute.
wedding
You
clothes on
want a little
for
bit. Yeah,
for Halloween.
that's kind of funny.
Yeah. So yeah, it was all right. It was pretty fun. It was pretty relaxing. I mean, not a lot of half the people showed up that were supposed to come, so it was all right. It was pretty fun.
It's pretty good for adults.
Yeah. Yeah, or maybe about 15 people, maybe. So not too bad.
I got a rad mask off of Temu in case kids do come by.
Oh, really?
I
What
got
kind of
some-
mask?
It's like this black skull, and
Ooh.
I'm probably gonna wear a suit and just dress as kind of like the Black Mask from Batman. Like,
Oh, that
he's
sounds
kind of
good.
one of my favorite villains, anyway. So kind of what I was thinking as.
I want a sugar skull mask. Oh, I have these earrings. They have little skulls. I wear these special ones.
They're cute.
Yeah, one of my friends gave it to me. She has red ones and I have orange ones.
Very cute.
Thank you.
Well, all right. That was our review of 2 very upstanding horror films you could probably check out this Halloween. And yeah, we kind of recommend both of them. So
yeah, for like if you're looking for something to watch tomorrow night, while you're giving out candy to kids. I mean,
that's perfect.
Yeah, put on Saw. Kids love it.
Yeah. Maybe start with Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah.
But all right, Joe, what are we doing?
Oh shit! Do I have my calendar here? Yeah, I do. Let's see. No, we're that's our last October episode, eh?
Yeah, but we still got a show later this week, right? Or are we done?
Christian on Thursday, November 2nd. We got Christian Chase coming on.
Oh, nice.
Chase? Yeah. He's coming on Thursday. I don't know if that's Elle set that up for us, but I don't know if she'll be able to.
Oh, yeah.
On Thursday, she's depending on if she can talk. We'll see.
Chipmunk Cheek Elle.
Oh, poor baby. Get well soon, girl.
Get well.
So I'll have to get in touch with her, see if we'll reschedule, if we'll still go through with it. But yeah. Maybe we'll reschedule it. Maybe we'll reschedule that one. Maybe we'll do something else last minute. We'll see.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
I read a bunch of Percy's Ghost Rider because I thought we were going to be talking about that, and I also read some other 30 Days to Night that we could talk about if we do it. Because I read the new series that he did a couple years ago, the reboot, and I read Red Snow. So
Redstone. Did you like Redstone?
Yeah, man, of course.
It was good, huh?
The reboot, man, it was decent. It's just the art will throw you off if you're an old school 30 Days a Night fan. But if you get into it, like expecting it to be a new thing, it does cool. He brings in some characters that show up later in the trilogy, earlier in the book. It's rad. Not as good as the original trilogy, though.
Okay.
What'd you think of the Percy Ghost Rider?
It's the only thing on Marvel I'm reading right now.
That doesn't mean it's good. That doesn't tell me if it's good or bad.
Yes, and
I was underwhelmed by it.
Yeah, it's cool-ish. I like the cover.
It's cool-ish.
The covers are fantastic, but I wish they would have gone with someone who had a darker, more moody style to his art. Really sell it.
Like if they got what we were talking about her, Casa Grande, got her to do the covers, man. Like she'd nail them, and her Blade covers are sick.
Yeah.
I have to check those out.
So that was the show, and yeah, check the movies out if you didn't like what we had to say.
Or if you did, either way.
Yeah.
For one night only, are you guys doing a show on Wednesday?
Man, I have her calendar right here.
Are we?
Yeah, movie night with Bella is on Wednesday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one's Wednesday?
Supposed to. Movie night with Bella is on
Oh, I thought that was next month. It's this month? Great.
Is it next month on Wednesday?
I don't know.
Basically.
What's that? Movie night with Bella. What's that all about?
Watching Twilight, right?
That's the birthday episode.
Is that what it is?
Twilight.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not on that episode.
Yeah, you are.
I could sit in on that episode. I've seen all those movies at least 3 times each.
We know, sister.
Stop it. You have not.
Me too. Look, listen.
Pat's a huge
I'm a
Twilight fan.
Oh, I didn't
I'm
know
not
that.
gonna lie
Pat.
to you. I love it.
I've seen them all at least 3 times each. At least,
Oh my
minimum.
God.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah. I criticize all my wife's friends for being horny pedo girls. They're all into what's his name? Jacob. Is it Jacob?
Jacob and Edward, yeah.
The one that wants to marry a baby? Like
he's
just
actually
as bad.
Because when he did the movies, he was 16, 17.
Is that it?
Which one?
He was actually when he filmed. He was actually 16, 17. Yeah. He was really
God,
young.
don't ruin that for me.
And they're all like, "Oh, he's so hot." This and that. I said, "You know, he's minor, right?"
Oh
they're
man.
Like, and I was like, "You guy, you say men are pigs, but
when you're watching the movie in your fictional mind, you are a minor as
over.
well.
Yeah,
So it's fine.
You switch those roles around, and you'd be like, "That guy's a fucking dirty pig."
No, I would
Yes.
not.
I would.
Yes,
yeah.
it's a double standard for sure.
Nuh-uh. No.
Anyway, so that's Wednesday, supposedly, unless you guys reschedule. So that's for one night only. Movie night with Bella. So get your glitter out, people.
What do they call that? The herpes of craft materials.
Yeah.
Touch glitter and it's everywhere. You can't get rid of it ever, ever, ever.
Yeah, make a bukkake. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So thanks for tuning in. For everyone that watches How'd We Get Here, and also the folks from that tune in for one night only. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you guys share the same opinions as us. If not, we don't care. Have a good Halloween, everyone.
I know.